With Sins of a Solar Empire 2 coming to Steam and being more and more feature complete, I think it is a good moment to sit down and remind ourselves of the lore and universe in which this real-time forex strategy lets you explore its galaxy, expand your empire, exploit new planets, and exterminate all opposition. First up, the familiar and the human faction of the Trader Emergency Coalition, or TEC for short. The trader worlds from which this coalition is now made up from enjoyed a golden era of lucrative trade and relative peace under the strict guidelines of the Interplanetary Trade Order. They had forgotten their ancient history of war and replaced it with a future of endless prosperity, so it is no surprise the arrival of the Vasari caught these traders completely unprepared. Advanced exploratory waves from the Vasari Exodus fleet hastily crushed and colonized over a dozen worlds in short order, while the political infighting among the Trade Order representatives and one entirely independent world delayed the first military response by months. Finally, they sent everything they had to repel the invaders, which was in fact a cobbled-together band of ships previously designed to combat piracy, the only threat the trade worlds ever had to deal with before. These untrained, undisciplined, and poorly equipped space trader crews met a swift and demoralizing demise. Such military disasters continued for years, but the resilient traders slowly learned to apply their knowledge of the economic engine and turned their trade order into an ever more powerful war machine. Factories, trade routes, and savvy businessmen were now one with star bases, supply lines, and becoming master tacticians of space warfare. Unfortunately, the disastrously poor cohesion of the independently operated planetary fleets often negated this progress. So, as the Vasari fleets approached the central worlds, it became clear that their advance could not be stopped without higher levels of coordination. The Trade Order could not fulfill this role because its mandate forbade interference with the sovereign rights of the member planets. Thus, hard calls had to be made, and the Trader Emergency Coalition, TEC for short, formed despite strong opposition from member planets to the loss of planetary autonomy. Now, united under one authority, the TEC finally stalled the Vasari advancement, but the reprieve was brief, because an old and forgotten adversary chose to come back after 1,000 years of exile at that very moment. Their deviant brethren, exiled so long ago, now returned with a colossal fleet of sophisticated warships and started wreaking havoc across the undefended sectors already drained of their ships and defenders. With their entire force dedicated to stopping the Vasari advance, the TEC now faced a near hopeless dilemma of how to even counter the advent. I hope you liked this breakdown of the first faction of Sins of a Solar Empire 2 and will come back to learn about the other two factions as well as more lore and gameplay. Thank you for watching and happy gaming!